Hey, and welcome. Hello, everyone. This is Anna Gandrabura, aka English underscore, as you can see um, on my screen. Yeah, so let's do the sound check and the picture check. Can you guys see me? Can you hear me? Yes or no? Hello, everyone. Send your highs in the chat, please, and let's get the ball rolling. Let's get the ball rolling. Let's start, right? I hope you told your friends about the stream and they can join and learn English as well. Okay, so anyone? Hi, everyone. Yes, I can. Okay, hi, Anna. Greetings from Brazil. Oh my God, I love this. We are so international here. Hi, Silvio. Hi, Jana. Hi, Katerina. Svetlana. Hello, everyone. Mike. Yeah, send your highs in the chat, guys. Remember, I have this one simple rule, not actually rule, it's a one simple recommendation. The more engaged you are during a live stream with me, the faster you will improve your English, right? Because any interaction, even if you just simply say hi in the comments, this is you are technically interacting. This is your interaction in English, right? And this is how you practice. That's how you practice. So think about that and don't be lazy. Yeah, because I know a lot of times you're like, oh no, I don't want to do this. I just want to be like in listen only mode. Yeah, this is a one-sided webinar where you're going to listen to me most of the time, but you can interact in the comments. And today I wanted to have this stream, this live stream. I wanted to have it motivational, inspirational for you, and I want to hear your questions. I want to hear your questions. I want to answer your questions. I want you to get pumped up for the new year 2023, and I want you with me right now during this hour. I want you to set your goals, think what your weaknesses are and how you can improve them in next year, right? Yeah, so hi everyone. Yeah, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. And oh, thank you. You love my hair. Yeah. I for like I don't know. I never thought I could do the hair like this, but apparently I can. So so this shows that it's never too late to learn a new skill, right? For example, if you asked me 10 years ago, I could never like do curls. I would always say, oh no, this is not for me. I cannot do this. Like I don't have the skill. I don't have the talent for this. But here you are. This year I learned how to curl my hair. So if you think that it's too late for you, I don't know, to learn something, to learn a new language or to learn a new skill or even to learn a new job, it's never too late. Look at Anna. I learned how to curl my hair in my 30s. Absolutely. Yeah. All right, guys. Do you see my Christmas tree behind me? Yeah, that's my little Christmas tree. And I'm already, I can already feel this Christmas spirit. You know that right now I'm originally from Ukraine, by the way, for the new, for those who don't know me, but now I live in Miami. So Miami is a subtropical place, right? So we don't get snow here, we don't get cold weather here, and technically it's a little bit difficult to get into this holiday spirit, right? Into the holiday mood. However, somehow this year I decided that I want to have the tree. Last year I didn't have the tree, and I was like, as soon as I had the tree, as soon as I put the tree up, I was like, oh my God, I feel like so magical moment. So technically, I know that a lot of you are probably not in that holiday spirit, especially coming from Ukraine. But at the end of the day, we have to take care of ourselves and make ourselves a little bit happy. And there's no one else, there's no one better than you can make you happy. Yeah, there's no one but you who can make you happy. That's what I can say. um Yes, hello everyone. Thanks for tuning in. So today, like I said, we are going to cover several things. All right, so I have a presentation. Of course, I'm prepared. So let me switch. Okay, so there you go. Let's see, which do we want to see me bigger or smaller? How do we do this? Do we want, well, I think this is a nice setup. What do you think about this setup? Because I can switch it. I really love it. So let's do it like this. This is number 1 choice. This is choice number 2. And this is number 3. Which one do we choose here? 1, 2, or 3? Okay, nobody knows. Which one do you guys vote for? Cheers. All right, number 1. I like number 1 too, because like, you still have to be, I still have to be the center of attention, right? Not the presentation. Okay, so right. 20. So a few things about me, guys, right? For those of you who don't know me, I am the founder of English for IT. English for IT is the language school that helps people improve their English and communication skills for their careers in tech, for their tech careers. I have been teaching English for more than 14 years, probably more than 14 years at this point. 8 years, I have been closely working with the tech industry, helping tech professionals improve their communication skills. I love learning myself. So this is probably why I became a teacher as well, because teachers, they are lifelong students. And one of my long-awaited goals was to take a few courses at Stanford University. This is what I did, and the courses that I took at Stanford, they were all related to communication skills and soft skills. That is why if you are a student at English for IT, a lot of information, a lot of materials that we offer you there on soft skills, that was my actually takeaways from Stanford University. Right. Another thing that my recent not the hobby, I would say, I became a Web3 enthusiasm. If you know anything about Web3 or blockchain, this is what I am very enthusiastic about right now. So here in Miami, I'm a community leader I'm a leader for a Web3 community. If you know nothing about Web3, make sure you follow me on Instagram. Yeah, and on Instagram, I share some tips and some information about Web3. Yeah, and technically, if you are not my follower on Instagram yet, here is my Instagram handle. It's at @English_. Right. Okay. And today I wanted to bring to your attention the following topics and talk about the following topics. First of all, since we are finishing 2022 and we're about to enter 2023, of course, this is a time when people want to set goals. Yeah, when people are looking into setting goals and making sure they have their New Year's resolutions, right? That's another way to say, like, set New Year's goals, set New Year's resolutions, like something that you want to achieve in the coming year. So I want to talk about this, and I want to teach you guys today how to set smart goals, how to set goals properly. I also, of course, will share with you a few phrases that are Christmas related. For those of you who are celebrating Christmas, I know that some of you here, some of my viewers here don't really celebrate Christmas, coming from different parts of the world, but we are speaking English. You are becoming an international person, right? So we have to know different things about different cultures. So this is a time to learn about Western culture, right? And of course, there will be the time when we are learning more about the Eastern culture as well. I will share that during my webinars. Also today, I wanted to talk with you about networking and how networking actually important, and especially how it is important when you move to a different country. or when you're planning to move to a different country. Because myself, I moved to the United States a year and a half ago, and I can tell you that the power of networking is really, really strong for someone, for an immigrant, and for someone who is planning a relocation. So we'll talk about that as well. And of course, your questions. That is why, like, if you have a questions on the go, please drop your question in the chat. I will take a break from my presentation to answer your questions, because I honestly want you to get answers during this webinar. Yeah, get answers to your questions. Yeah, I want this hour to be productive and meaningful for you, as always. So this is the goal that I always have. Like, bringing value to you more than to me. Right. Well, that is why, if you happen to have a question, feel free, don't be shy, drop it in the comments, and I will be able to show this question on the screen and answer it. There is one rule that I have. I know you guys come from different parts of the world. I see we have here India, Brazil, we have here Ukraine. Please, the only one rule that we have here: make sure you write your questions in English, because if you write it in another language, it will be difficult for everyone to understand it. Okay, that is why please make sure you communicate in the chat in English. Number one, for everyone to understand. Number two, for you to practice. Yeah, that's really important. All right. So let's get the ball rolling. By the way, that's a cool idiom. If you don't know this, let's get the ball rolling means let's start. Yeah, let's start. I don't know, our webinar, or whatever else. So speaking about SMART goals, yeah, and how to achieve them. First of all, when you hear the phrase SMART goals, you will be like, what are they, right? What are these SMART goals, Anna? What are you talking about here, really? Well, a SMART is actually an acronym. This is a word that is created using first letters of the first word of the phrase, right? So you have a phrase, and using the first letter of each word, you create a new word. And this word is called an acronym. So SMART stands for S, specific. So your goal has to be specific. M, measurable. You have to be able to measure your goal. A, achievable. You have to understand that you can do it. You can achieve it. Yeah. And how to achieve it. R, realistic. You have to be sure you can actually achieve this goal. And T is for timely, right? Timely means that you have to have a deadline, or you have to have some time frame during which you want to achieve this goal. Yeah. So if your goal is specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely, you can call your goal SMART. Yeah, SMART. Right now, have you ever heard about SMART goals? Are you using this technique to set your goals in a smart way? All right, let's talk about, while you're answering my questions here, let's talk about what is a specific goal. When we say the goal has to be specific, it means that you have to clearly understand what you want to achieve. A lot of times students come to me and they say, Anna, I want to improve English. And I say, what exactly do you want to improve? And they say, I want to learn everything. I want to learn all English, This is not a specific goal. And the problem is that a lot of you, if I ask you, like, what do you want to improve? You're like, I want to improve everything. This is not a specific goal. And this is technically why many times people don't actually achieve anything, because they don't have a very specific idea what to work on. Yeah. That is why, instead of saying, I want to improve my English, you have to be very specific. I want to improve my vocabulary to have more effective meetings, right? And also, like, if you say, if you if you form your goal as I want to improve my vocabulary, that's not smart either. You have to have a clear, very specific idea what you want to improve. And if you also say why you want to improve it or why you need to improve it, it's even better. For example, instead of saying I want to improve vocabulary, and then again, like when you say vocabulary, you like, okay, this is very, very broad topic, right? This is like a lot. But when you say I want to improve vocabulary for meetings, this is more specific, right? Because here you are focusing on meetings specifically. Or I want to improve vocabulary to have small talk, to make small talk with strangers. Yeah. So again, here you're focusing on some specific information. That is why I want you to work with me. Let's work together. Okay. And please, in the comments, I want you to write one specific goal that you want to set for 2023 that is related to English learning. What do you want to learn? What do you want to achieve in 2023 English learning wise? Please share your goals in the comments. I will comment on your goals. Let's do it. While you're sharing your goals in the comments, I would like to answer the question here from Silvio. Anna, could you indicate any sites or apps to practice conversation in English? Silvio, this is a very good question. I will answer this question and I will give you recommendations a little bit later in the webinar. I have prepared information about this. So please hold on to that. Yeah. I want to understand better. Okay, so here you go. Silvio, I want to understand better films and TV shows in English. You want to understand better TV shows. Yeah, it's a specific goal. I want to understand better TV shows. But like, this is like a little bit vague. How about like, so what do you want to achieve? Okay, like your goal is to understand films better. Now, how are you going to do it? Now, this is another question, yeah? How are you going to do it? And here, you can move on to the next goal, measurable. How are you going to do this? How are you going to make sure you improve your English to understand films and TV shows better? And here you set another goal. You set a goal that, for example, for you, Silvio, your goal may be, I'm going to watch 2 movies per week during 3 months. Yeah, so make your goal now measurable. What does it mean measurable? It means that you need to count something in order to measure your progress. How are you going to measure your progress technically here? And here is a measurable. How can you track your progress? Instead of saying, I want to improve my English to understand movies better, you say, I'm going to watch 2 movies weekly during 3 months, for example. Or instead of saying, I want to learn more words, you have to say, I will learn 10 words every week, for example, or every day. Really, it doesn't matter. This is just an example, guys. Technically, our brain can memorize 10 new words per day easily, so it's not a big deal. So technically, during 1 week, you can learn about 70 words easily or 100 words. It depends what kind of techniques you use to memorize these new words. But you have to be specific with your goal and measure it. Instead of saying, I want to improve my vocabulary, you say, I want to improve vocabulary for meetings. I am going to learn 10 new words daily that I can use in meetings, for example, right? Instead of saying, I'm going to watch films in English. Mike, instead of saying, I'm going to watch films in English, specify how many. Measurable, guys. Remember, measure. It's like you need to measure it, like how big it is, how wide it is, right? So instead of saying, I'm going to watch films, I'm going to watch 3 films per week. in English with English subtitles. Yeah, again, be very specific. This helps. Guys, you see, our brain is a very I mean, it's not necessarily smart. Like our brain is like I don't know, I like as a program, yeah. So our brain does not understand things that are not clear. We have to be very specific and very detailed. And if we're specific and if we're detailed and we tell our brain what we want, then we achieve it. That is why I'm teaching you how to set these SMART goals, and that is why I'm telling you that you need to be very specific, right? Give numbers, especially like measure things, and also set deadlines, yeah, or set timelines. So you not only will you say, I'm going to watch 3 movies per week, but also say how long will it last? 3 months, because it cannot last forever, you see. And this is actually an answer to a very popular question that I get from you guys, from English learners. You always ask me, Anna, how much time do I need to learn English, or how much time do I need to go to the next level, to get to the next level? And this is the thing, it can be 3 months, it can be 3 months, it can be 3 months, it can be 6 months, it can be 5 months. It really depends on you. First of all, how many months or how much time do you give yourself to get to the next level? I usually recommend that you choose 3 months. Because when you choose 3 months, this is not too long and not too short. Yeah, you're gonna have enough time in order to practice enough to get to that new level. But at the end of the day, it's not too long. This period is not too long, so you don't get too tired. Because again, our brain is very I don't know which word to say, but like we need to see our progress, yeah, sooner than later. So when we see our progress even a little bit sooner, we stay motivated. But if we are doing something for a long time and we don't see the progress, then we lose motivation. That is why my recommendation, if you want to get from A to B, yeah, from level A, whatever your level is, to level B, give yourself 3 months and do whatever you have to do, whatever you can plan in order to get to that next level, And again, this is you are setting yourself a deadline. So if you, for example, if you want to improve your English to understand movies in English better, during 3 months, you watch 3 movies every day. Or not every day, sorry, you have to live, yeah, every week, for example, right? Or you want to improve English, you want to improve vocabulary for meetings, for effective meetings. During 3 months, you are improving your English for meetings, English for in business English, etc. So this is really important that you give yourself you set a clear goal that you will be able to measure at the end of this period, right? And okay, let's move on. Next one is achievable. So your goal has to be achievable. How will you reach your goal? So here, when you set a goal, you have to have an idea, how will you be able to execute on it, right? To reach your goal. So here, for example, for example, if your goal is to improve your vocabulary, how will you do this? And usually people don't think about this. They are like, okay, I want to improve my vocabulary. They only think about this thing. I want to improve my vocabulary. That's it. But how will you do this? Instead of saying, oh, I will figure it out later. Figure out means I will deal with this. I will, I don't know, understand how to do this later. Instead of saying that, you have to say, I will use, for example, a Quizlet app to make weekly lists with new words. Yeah, you probably all know about the Quizlet app, right? This is the app that you can use in order to track your progress when learning new words. Yeah, you can create your flashcards, etc. If you want to do that, you can do that. If you want to just use your phone, this is what I typically do. I just use my phone and I use the notes, notes on my phone that are synchronized with my notes on my laptop. So no matter which device I use, or no matter where I go, I can always access my vocabulary list. And this is what I do technically. What I do, I just, every time I come across a new phrase or new word, I write it down in my notes, and I do it daily, anytime, because like your phone is always with you, right? You're like, this is your third hand technically, and you can just use that. Like, the thing is that what I've noticed, and the same with me, because like I'm just like you guys. When every time when I have to use some extra things like extra technology or extra apps, we just waste this energy on the technology instead of focusing on actual learning. That is why you don't have to, like, when Silvio asked me earlier today, what apps can I use for this and that? You don't really need to use any apps. You can just use whatever resources you already have, because again, when you're focusing on searching for this perfect app, you forget about the most important thing why you're doing this. The most important thing, you're doing this because you need to practice. But instead of practicing, you are looking for an app, or instead of practicing, you're trying to figure out how the app works. You know what I mean? Like, this is not what we need here. That is why, guys, I don't use any apps for vocabulary. I use notes, to track my vocabulary. I mean, to write down my new vocabulary. But at English for IT, and that we have our flagship course, English for Tech, and English for tech course, we do use Quizlet for your convenience, for our students' convenience, for you guys to memorize, to learn words in a more effective way and in a more interesting way, right? So that's like, it's really up to you. So like, if you don't know any apps, don't worry about this. You can use your, okay, so what you can use, you can use your notebook still, or just use your mobile phone. It is also, it's, anything works if you work, if you do. So if you think that, oh, if I had this app, my English would be better. No, your English can be better as like right now, without any apps, or without even like any books. You can just practice using internet. Alrighty, next, your goal has to be realistic, guys. Realistic, it means like, can you actually achieve it? Like, here you have to consider your schedule. Here you have to consider your like capacity. Do you have enough capacity for this, right? Do you have enough time for this? Do you have enough resources for this, right? So for example, if you want to learn 1,000 new words per week, it's probably not realistic, because like, if you wanted to learn 1,000 new words per week, first of all, it will be very difficult for your brain to digest this information. Second of all, you literally would have to do nothing else but learning. But we're like, we go to school, we go to work, like we have other things to do. So this is not really a realistic goal. Instead, a more realistic goal for an English learner would be to learn 20 to 50 new words by the end of each week. So you can, again, when you set a goal, make sure you can do it. Make sure it is realistic for you, first of all, right? And here, since I work with tech professionals all the time, and tech professionals, they always work, and sometimes they have some release dates, sometimes they have some unexpected things happening. You have to take that into account, and you have to look closely at your calendar, and you have to see, okay, does my schedule, does my calendar allow me to practice English 5 hours a week? For example, that's the thing, that sometimes you want to practice a lot, and you think, oh, I can do it, but then in reality, it's not realistic for you, because you don't have that enough time. That is why I created the course where you have to practice only 30 minutes per day, because I know how busy people are, and I would say that 30 minutes is a realistic goal for anyone to like it's a realistic daily goal for anyone to practice technically, right? Because again, when you tell me, okay, I need 2 hours to practice every day, I'm like, no, 2 hours a day, again, if you don't do anything, is possible, but like a lot of us do things, so it's not really possible. But anyway, so make sure your goal is realistic and timely. I've already I talked about this. Do you have a deadline? Make sure you have a deadline. Like I said, give yourself 3 months, give yourself 2 months. That's why technically, guys, any course that I created is between 14 days to 60 days, right? I believe that 2 months is this like really good time frame for a course, because like I said, it's not too long. Yeah, it's not too much time for you to get tired. It's just enough to feel this boost, right? To feel the boost and to see that, okay, I'm progressing. I want to continue learning. Yeah, I want to learn more. I want to practice more. I want to continue doing this. All right. So this is the goals here. Yeah, timely goal and yeah, and again, instead of just saying, I want to improve my vocabulary as soon as possible is not really good phrasing for a deadline. You can say 3 months. I want to learn 1,000 words in 3 months, or in 3 months' time, I want to be able to have fluent conversation with the native speaker, for example. Or even better, if you're practicing I don't know, speaking English, you can say, in 3 months, I want to be able to speak about any topic in English during 5 minutes nonstop, right? And you can easily measure that, right? You can put a camera up, like, you can record your speech on camera, and you can see how long you are how long you can speak, what you can talk about, and then you can even listen to yourself and compare and like see if you like or how you speak and how many mistakes you make. Right, so this is about goals here. And now let's talk about the phrases we use, useful phrases for holiday season time here. But before we get down to that, I actually would like to see if we have any questions here. Let me see. Okay, questions. Okay, I see one question here. Would you suggest to watch a film with the subtitles at first and without them after? Okay, so first of all, there is no problem watching a movie with subtitles. Subtitles have to be in English, okay? Don't watch English movies with subtitles in your native language. It's not useful because you're going to be just like reading subtitles in your language, and it's not good for practicing English. So English movies with English subtitles. I personally watch English movies with English subtitles because it's convenient, and a lot of native speakers do the same thing because it helps you to stay focused. Some people do complain that when they watch movies with subtitles, with English subtitles, they only focus on reading these subtitles, and they like don't practice listening. Yeah, they don't practice their listening comprehension. I don't think it's a bad thing, because at the end of the day, if you're able to read these subtitles in English, you are also improving your English. But you can experiment. You can watch one movie, for example, with English subtitles and practice more. And if you like focus on reading these subtitles, you can practice reading more, and the next movie you watch it without subtitles, so you like train your ear more in when you watch a movie without a subtitle. So that's what you can do. But like I said, what you shouldn't do, you should not watch a movie with subtitles in your native language. Okay, moving on, guys. Some holiday vocabulary here. Now, I'm going to comment on these words. You might know these words already. You might not know them, but also I will try to talk about some interesting things connected to these words. For example, sparkles. Yeah, sparkles. That's a pretty easy word. It's pretty easy to pronounce it. By the way, if you want to practice your pronunciation, you can repeat these words after me. Okay. Of course, I'm not going to hear you say the words, but you can still practice. So it's sparkles, sparkles. Now, this is an interesting word, and it is pronounced as wreath, wreath. So this is one of these words where W at the beginning of the word is silent. Yeah, when I say that it is silent, I mean that you don't pronounce it, you don't say it. So you pronounce it as wreath, wreath. Yeah, wreath. Okay, awesome. Now, the next one is a kind of similar, gift wrapping. Gift wrapping means when you buy a gift, you put it in a box and you wrap it. Yeah, you wrap it with some nice decoration, put in some nice decoration and paper, gift paper, gift packaging. So that's called gift wrapping. By the way, if you see the word wrap, wrap, W is also silent here, just like in the word wreath, right? So you don't say wrap, you say wrap. So you don't pronounce W. W is silent. Alrighty, next one is fireplace stockings. Fireplace stockings, the little things where you can find your gifts, right? You find your gifts in this little stockings, like Santa comes and puts the gifts in there. And the fireplace, you would typically, if you have a fireplace in your house, you would put the stockings up over the fireplace. Next one, fairy lights. Yeah, those are fairy lights. I don't know if you can see, but I also have my fairy lights, but for some reason they went off. I hope the battery is not dead here. Yeah, so the fairy lights, those little lights on the tree that you put on the tree, but also you can put them on the house, for example, around the house and on the house. Chimney, this is the outside part of the fireplace, right? And if we remember all the stories, the Christmas stories, this is the place that Santa Claus uses to get into the house and bring you gifts, right? It's called chimney. All right, now that's a very useful phrase that you have to remember. When you have a gift, you give someone a gift, or you can also say get someone a gift. Get is used in the meaning of buy. Yeah, you know that get is one of these verbs in English that can be used in different meanings, in different situations, in different for example, native speakers more frequent would use get instead of buy more frequently, right? So get someone a gift is like buy someone a gift. We don't typically say present a gift because like for a native speaker, it's more common to say give someone a gift or get someone a gift. But I feel like English learners, students, like my students, they always want to say present a gift. The thing is, the word present, to present something, it's not wrong to say to present, but the word present is more formal. So if you're talking about giving a gift to your friend or your family, it's not really natural for a native speaker to say to present a gift to my mom. I presented my mom a gift, for example. It doesn't sound natural, to be honest. So that's why please say give someone or get someone a gift. And also there is another cool phrase, do holiday shopping. Yeah, do holiday shopping. This is when you go shopping for gifts. Yeah, it's called do holiday shopping. Okay. Another phrases, useful phrases. If you have a tree in your house, just like I have a tree in my house. So what I did, I put up a Christmas tree in my house. So to put up a Christmas tree is to buy a Christmas tree, to bring to your house and to decorate it. Yeah, to put it up, to put it up. That's what you say in English. To take down the Christmas tree. This is what happens when the holidays are over. And to be honest, in the United States, the biggest holiday of the season is, of course, Christmas. And people put up a Christmas tree for Christmas. So the day after Christmas, you can see people are already taking down their Christmas trees, and you can see Christmas trees are outside. People are throwing them away. So yeah, this happens really quickly in the United States. For example, in Ukraine, sometimes people would have a Christmas tree. Well, first of all, in Ukraine, I would say that there are two important holidays of the winter. Yeah, it's New Year's and Christmas. New Year's comes before Christmas in Ukraine. That is why, for the majority of people, of course, that is why people would have a Christmas tree in their house for the whole month. To be honest, or at least 2 weeks after New Year's, maybe like 1 week before New Year's. So like it's good month. Yeah, most people would have their Christmas trees in Ukraine for the whole month. A week in December and probably the whole month of January. So it really depends. What about you guys? How long do you typically have a Christmas tree in your house? Let me know in the comments. I'm curious to know. How long do you keep it in your house? Feel free to share. Okay. Okay, I see. For a month, or so, Olga would have her Christmas tree a day before New Year and 2 weeks after. Okay. We keep it Christmas tree for 1 month in Brazil. Okay. We take down the Christmas tree in February. You see, I told you. Okay. Jana has her tree till spring, but it's a fake tree. Yeah, okay. Till end of January. Yeah, so I was right. The majority of people will have the tree for the whole month. Alrighty. Okay. Let's move on to our next topic: networking tips and how to practice networking. So, for example, first of all, the importance of networking, like I told you. Yeah. So technically, networking will help you to make new friends, to meet people and make new friends, right? For example, right now, when you are watching this webinar, yeah, you can interact with each other in the chat. So you can read each other's comments and you can respond to these comments. This is also a networking opportunity for us, right? For you technically here. You can connect with people. You can share, for example, your LinkedIn profiles, and then you can continue the conversation over there. Of course, like on YouTube, for example, here you don't have an opportunity to direct message, but you can still chat in the chat here. And for example, if you want to bring the conversation to the next level, you can share your socials. Like I said, LinkedIn, always share LinkedIn if you are looking for a professional networking opportunity, right? When we talk about Instagram, for example, or Telegram, these are more personal socials, right? If we're talking about networking for career opportunities, right? Please be professional and use LinkedIn or Twitter. I don't know if you guys use Twitter, but if you are a professional, you have to have a LinkedIn profile. So this is what you can technically do. You can, first of all, if you use LinkedIn, what you can do, you can connect with 3 people on LinkedIn. And this is very easy to do because LinkedIn search is really, really profound. And what you can do, you can pick people who, for example, work at the same company as you do, but in a different country, or they used to work for the same company as you do, but in a different country, or they went to the same school, or I don't know, they have a similar certification hobbies, and you can connect with these people. Make sure when you connect with people, again, for work, like I said, make sure you not just send a connect request, yeah, like I want to connect with you, but you can also add a note. Why do you want to connect, or what do you have in common? This is more professional, and this is also like this is a step to break the ice. Yeah, so let's say you want to connect with the person because they work in the same industry. Like, for example, if you find me on LinkedIn, you will see that in my bio there, I say that I'm an educator, I am a Web3 enthusiast, I'm into the metaverse and things like that. So for example, if you share similar interests, you can reach out to me, you can send your connect request, and you can send me a note saying that, hi Anna, I see that you are also passionate about Web3 and the metaverse. I would like to stay connected to chat more about these new technologies, for example, right? So that's what you can do. Again, uh, don't be like a stranger, right? Like, be more open, be more wordy. Yeah, like, tell people what you want, tell people what you need, tell people what you can offer, ask them how you can help, and things like that. So connect with people. Another thing that will help you network is, for example, let's say you want to connect with me on a different level. Yeah, so what you can do, you can go to my LinkedIn profile and you can see what I posted, and you can write a comment under my posts. Yeah, so when you comment other people's posts, they notice you, they see you, and then you can bring the conversation to the next level. Again, if you want to network on LinkedIn, there are also LinkedIn groups where you can network, but not only on LinkedIn, there are other groups. There are Telegram groups where you can also network, yeah? And there are other apps where you can network. And when Silvio asked me earlier today what app I would recommend to practice conversational English, if you are already my student, if you're a student of English for IT, you know that I don't typically recommend any English apps. I recommend networking apps that will help you actually achieve 2 goals. First of all, you network. Yeah, you expand your network, you meet other people. And second off, you do this in English. And these people are not teachers. They are people, they are other professionals that can be helpful for you, and you can be helpful for them. And when you connect with them, for example, through the Lunch Club app, and let me send you the link to the Lunch Club app. And when you connect with these people through a Lunch Club app, for example, this is what happens. You just practice, you just talk to people, and in English, you learn something cool about them, you share about yourself. And this is not an English lesson, this is important. This is a real life English practice, because when I practice English, okay, here is a link to Lunch Club, guys. So when I, for example, practice English with the teacher all the time, it's great because, I have a teacher, they correct me, blah, blah, blah. But, this is still an English lesson. But at the end of the day, we want to be able to speak English fluently in real life. And the thing is that if I only practice English with a teacher, every English practice for me is a lesson. And when I go outside in this real world, I have a language barrier. I am afraid to speak because these people are not my teacher. And I'm only used to speaking to one person who is my teacher. You see, that's the problem. That is why my recommendation is, of course, you should have the teacher to help you, like, correct your mistakes. Of course, the teacher has to be there. But I also want you to practice English in real life. And for this, personally, I recommend using Lunch Club app, where people are not English teachers. People are just speakers of English from the United States or from Europe, and you communicate with them. You have 30 or 45-minute conversation with these people, and usually these people. So it's AI generated, so the algorithm picks a person for you to connect with, and usually it is done by evaluating your interests, your profile information that you shared, and their profile information. So you will end up meeting some really cool people. To be honest, when I use this Lunch Club, I have met people I still keep in touch with, and it's really nice. And then if you want to continue the conversation with the person that you connected with, you can do it. And like I said, it's a real life conversation. It's a real life communication. It's not another English lesson, right? Because there are so many English apps and English teachers, but you still have to have a real life experience. And if you don't live in the United States, for example, how do you get this real life experience? Through apps like Lunch Club and Meetup. By the way, another app is meetup.com. This is an app where you can find some events that are, a lot of them are now online. For example, like there is a really cool club. It's called Toastmasters Club. And it's a club for mastering public speaking, for everyone, for native speakers, for non-native English speakers. So again, these are not your English teachers. These are people who are mastering or helping you to master your public speaking skills, how to make a presentation in English, how to be a good presenter, how to be a good speaker. Again, that is an amazing opportunity. It's Toastmasters. This club is called Toastmasters. It's a great club, and this club is around the world. But for example, you can join any branch in the United States, so you can practice in English. Because, for example, there is a Toastmasters club in Ukraine where they are practicing public speaking in Ukrainian. But if you are interested in improving your public speaking in English, join Toastmasters club in England, for example, in Great Britain, or in the United States. I'm sure there is Toastmasters club in Brazil. I'm sure there is a Toastmasters club in India. This is the chain, the worldwide chain, and this is the most famous, the most popular club for practicing your public speaking skills. But if we're interested in improving your public speaking skills in English, join a Toastmasters club in the United States. For example, there is a really cool club in New York. I used to go there when I visited New York. Before COVID, it was, but now they have sessions online, so you don't have to be in New York to practice with them technically. Yeah, so this is my recommendation. If you want to improve speaking, again, join the course. By the way, guys, at this point, if you're interested in improving English for tech, if you work in tech, if you're interested in improving English for tech, you feel free to join my course. I'm going to share with you the link here, where you can get 50% off my course. There you go. So if you work in tech, or you would like to work in tech and you want to improve your English and communication skills, feel free to join the course. And but on top of your formal learning, on top of like taking English courses, make sure you have some real life practice here. Okay. And oh, by the way, guys, and one more thing here. If you want to practice English again and network in the community, if you, for example, if you are already taking English for IT course, you are part of English for IT community, and we have a private chat where people can, ask questions, interact with each other, network, ask me questions, etc. But feel free to leverage that chat and feel free to technically use the opportunity to communicate with people in the chat and practice with people in the chat. But if you are not a part of the course, you're just thinking to become a part of English for IT community, feel free to follow my Telegram channel. And in my Telegram channel, I share some useful information about English, about soft skills and other things. And in this channel, there is also opportunity to chat with other participants of the channel. And again, if you're in the channel, that's what you can do. You can ask people questions. You can, I don't know, see what you can offer. You can, what people do usually in the chat, sometimes they say, hey guys, who wants to speak English, let's have a Zoom call and we can practice and learn from each other. So technically this is what you can do. So make sure you follow my English for IT channel and connect with the community. Now guys, it's the time for your questions and my answers. We have 4 minutes left, so good timing, Anna, good timing. Yay. So please drop your questions. I will be happy to answer them. Okay, I see the first question here. Sorry, teacher, is the course free? No, this course is not free. This course is with 50% off. But if you're interested to take a free course, I do have a free course as well. It's a free 3-day course. Let me find the link real quick here. And I will share it with you here. Yeah, so if you want to join my free 3-day course, there you go. Yes, I will post the links in the description after the webinar. I will do this. Okay. All right, so Olga has a question here. Tips for learning military English, please. Okay, so here is my tip. I'm pretty sure you can find, there is a book, English for Military or something. Let me see. Yeah, English for Military. There is a book. So I would just use that book. But also, Olga, to be honest, your best friend would be Google. For example, because like, what exactly do you need to know? That's another question. There is like, for example, if right now when I Googled English for military, the first like 10 links, we have American Military University online courses for military. So is this something that you need? Or best books for military English learners. Is this what you need? You see? Or there are YouTube channels that offer you 6 to 15-minute videos, for example, common military expressions and vocabulary in everyday life. Or do you need military English tactical and peacekeeping operation? What exactly do you need to learn? That is why, Olga, my recommendation is Google English for military and research the links that Google has to offer and see exactly what you need and how it can help you, with the links there. That would be my best bet. Okay, next question. Anna, during the English course, is there a correction for the answers posted on Telegram? There is feedback from our mentor when you do the tasks on Telegram. There is feedback. All right, next question. From Vika. What about people with upper intermediate level? What course of yours should one take to grow to the advanced level? Vika, if you're talking about English for IT, if you're talking about English for work, I can tell you that my courses, they people from pre-intermediate to upper intermediate can easily take them, and they all will benefit. If you're talking about general English course, this is my favorite course that I recommend for someone who is already upper intermediate. Let me share the link with you. So if you're upper intermediate right now and you want to improve your general English, I am recommending this course. It's called Modern English. You will love this. It is such an amazing course. Such an amazing course. This is one of my favorite. I really, really love content there and all the video lessons that I created. I enjoyed myself in creating this course so much. But if you want to learn English for IT, again, English for Tech, this is a course for upper intermediate level as well. But it is more focused on professional English. Like if you work in the tech industry, for example, then you need it. Or another course that you want to take, and if you even if you don't work in the tech industry, but you just want to improve your business English and you already have like strong intermediate or upper intermediate level of English, Vika, feel free to check out the course English for Communication, right? So this is a course that, again, will help you to become a better communicator in business. Yeah. So for IT, English for Tech; for business, English for Communication; and general English, Modern English for upper intermediate levels. Yay. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right, I see no more questions. Well, perfect. We are wrapping up. Wrap up, a similar word to wreath and similar word to wrap, like wrap the gift. Yeah, we're to wrap up means to finish. We are wrapping up our webinar, and I was so happy to have you on board. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for being active. This truly shows me that you are eager to learn and you want to improve. Please stay tuned, and here you go. Wait a second. Why I wanted to do? Yeah, here's a stay tuned with English for IT. Join the Telegram channel, join us on Instagram, English for IT, and of course check out our website, englishforit.online. And whenever you have an English question, we are here to help you. Thank you very much for being with me. Happy holidays, everyone, and let me know if you need my help, or let the English for IT team know if you need our help. Till the next time, bye for now.